Alfred Anthony Mwangi is my name, from Grain Pulse Limited, which is 20 years old in the processing. We are in the agro-centric area in terms of processing, procurement of grain. Our vision is to feed Africa food security with safe food. We are reaching out to the farming community and bringing the food all the way to the plate of the consumer, and as well as the manufacturers.
My name is Simpson Muchunguzi, a senior agronomist working with Grain Pulse Company. What we do is that we do source seed from reputable manufacturers whom with good qualities and have worked with expertise. Then we procure the seed depending on what the farmers need and also to our preference. Then we keep it in a warehouse, we stack it, and we make sure we give it some minor fumigation because it will be there for a short while. Then afterwards we deliver it. We have agro stockists within the farming community. We did that to make sure the farmer can easily access the seed. So we deliver it, and together with the seed we also have fertilizer which is crop specific, that was tailored according to the crop nutrient requirements. So every crop so far has its own fertilizer, and as Grain Pulse we have made for 14 major crops. So all those things are delivered to the stockists within the farming communities, and we make sure also when we are doing trainings, these stockists are brought to the farmers so that they can easily know them, so that there is easy accessibility of those inputs.
I'm Peter Mbudhia, Head Industrial Operations, Grain Pulse Limited. This facility, the customer's journey normally starts, is the second interface. The first interface having been in the farm with the agronomist. At this point, the customer journey normally dwells on the quality and the advisory that we also grant to them. The journey for the farmer starts at the gate, where we do the registration. We want to capture details like where the farmer is coming from, where the crop came from, the truck, the driver's name, for traceability issues. After registration, we usually do what we call a pre-sampling of the trucks. We access the bags that are in the truck. Whatever is accessible, we do the spiking and get a pre-sample, which we take to the laboratory for analysis. The key issue here being on the mycotoxin, specifically aflatoxin. We also try to check out on moisture and also the foreign matter as part of the quality parameters. So if the parameters is aflatoxin, we normally issue a rejection note and follow it up with the farmer with the discussions. If the moistures are above and the other parameters are fine, we take that grain and take it to the processing line and then through the dryer to dry and bring the moistures to the acceptable limits by the UNBS. We also do the quality assurances on quarterly basis. We pick our samples and take to accredited labs just for information that whatever we have is also what they're getting. All our equipment are calibrated against the UNBS standards. When you come to the maize mill, we get the conveyance of the grain from the silo through a conveyor to our day bin. The day bin holds the grain, and from the day bin, we take it through a second cleaning process just to ensure that the quality is assured. The second cleaning, which is right inside the mill, is a fine cleaning, and it involves removal of ferrous material. Again, we also remove whatever foreign matter that was not captured on the other side. And finally, we also remove the stones by destoning. After the fine cleaning, we take our grain to the conditioning bins. Here is where we add water on metered ratio just to ensure that the maize is millable. What we do is we add water, which is already cleaned also and filtered, and then leave it to lie for about 7 to 8 hours before we start doing our milling. From the conditioning beans, we take it through a process which we call dejamming or debraning. This is specifically for removing the bran and the jam, and we are left with the endosperm. The endosperm is what we crush to the flour fineness of the fineness that we require. That flour, we take it to a bin, and we have some other small silos where we have our fortificants, which we normally add. We have a system which is a mixing system. So on given ratios, we get the flour, we add the fortificants, and they are mixed in a mixer for a given time before we do the bagging of that flour. Our flour is certified by UNBS, and we have the UNBS mark of quality.
The agronomy teams will continue to work with the farmer to improve on post-harvest handling, which is critical, and much more. UNBS will continue training the aggregators and the border people, as well as other factories and mills in this country, so that we can afford the population food that is safe as we look at food security.